Have you ever wondered why some people manifest their specific person pretty easily, while there are others who are struggling to manifest their specific person for a long time? Is it actually that easy to manifest a specific person? What are the secrets that these YouTube creators don't reveal to you about manifesting that person of your dreams? Well, everything is available on the internet, but like a broken glass, all this information is spread on the internet in bits and pieces. The ones who get all the parts understand what actually has to be done, while the others struggle with it. But don't worry as I reveal to you what all you have to do in order to make that dream of yours a present fact. In my opinion, there are only 3 key aspects that every person with a success story knows and applies to in their life. When I reveal it to you, you will be mind blown by how easy it is to make it happen. The third aspect that I will talk about is one of the most important aspects that almost 99% of the people ignore while manifesting their desires. The first aspect can be summed up by this one quote: "When a man learns the art of thinking from the end, that man is master of his fate. For he defines his end, he formulates an aim in life, and then feels himself right into the situation of that end." You might not have heard this before, but thinking is an art that either can keep us stuck in the past or help us move forward in our lives. Using it in the right direction can even help us to manifest our desires in our reality. The person who thinks from the end state of having his desire reaches to a place internally where he gets clarity about his desire. Moreover, he becomes fulfilled, and the element of desperation is removed from his being. Right now, you might be feeling desperate to be with your specific person. You are willing to do anything to have them in your life. You are constantly scrolling through the internet in search of ways to get them back. You are even trying to have them by giving them expensive gifts. But their response is not appropriate. In short, it conveys that you are desperate, and no one likes a desperate person. It might sound rude, but you have to swallow this bitter pill. When you are desperate, you are thinking and acting from a state of lack. Remaining in this state of lack is the worst thing that you do when manifesting a desire. You are on a totally opposite track, and your desperation manifests more events that keep you stuck in a cycle of desperation. Now, you might think about the solution to this problem. Well, it is very simple, and it is thinking from the end. Thinking from the end solves the majority of the problem when it comes to manifesting your desire. Maybe you have heard this before or you haven't tried it yet, but thinking from the end is the beginning of all miracles. Applying it practically might appear to be a difficult task, but it isn't. To make it simple and practical for you, I just want you to ask these questions to yourself. What would I think and feel like now if I were the man that I want to be? How would I see the world if things were as I desire them to be? Asking these 2 questions would help you to start thinking from the end almost immediately. Ask yourself, what would you think and feel like if you were in a relationship with your specific person? Answer this question. Would you worry if they didn't pick up your call? Would you worry if they replied a bit late to your text messages? How would you feel? Would it be different from what you feel right now? Would it be the same feeling? What would you be thinking if today is your first anniversary with your specific person? Are you getting it? If yes, then comment below. Now, the second key aspect is imagining the desirable outcomes. After hearing this, it might appear to you that it is similar to thinking from the end. Well, thinking from the end only involves thoughts, while imagination is a complete meal. If thinking from the end is a burger, then imagination is fries and soft drink. Combined, they become a complete meal. Imagining involves your different sensations. It involves a sense of touch, sight, hearing, feeling, and smell. So, you have to play with these elements and create lifelike representations of what you would experience once your desires become a reality. I know you have heard that you can manifest your desires by affirming. Well, I am not denying that. But I personally think that it is not an enjoyable experience to repeat statements like a parrot. When you think from the end, you are in a way affirming your desired state of being. But, to spice things up, I personally find that imagining your desired outcome plays a vital role in manifesting your desires. It makes the process fun and exciting. Who all agrees with this? Comment down below. So, imagination plays a vital role in manifesting your desire. In fact, Neville Goddard always talked about imagining a scene that implies that your wish has been fulfilled. In his very first lecture, he gave his students a simple imaginary scene where they had to imagine climbing a ladder. This ladder experiment worked wonderfully for his students, and the majority of his students climbed a ladder unknowingly. For a few nights while falling asleep, his students would imagine climbing a ladder from the first-person perspective. They continued doing this activity for a few days, and then out of nowhere they climbed the ladder, either to help someone, save someone, or for X, Y, and Z reasons. The moment they climbed the ladder, they were shocked because their imaginal act became a reality. Therefore, if you too got clarity from Neville's teachings, then I advise you to imagine a scene that would imply that your desire has become a reality. So, imagining a scene where you are holding your specific person's hand, kissing them, hugging them, or even sharing a bed with them would imply that you are in an intimate relationship with them. But before you start this, you have to remember two key points that the majority of people miss. The first and foremost is that you have to imagine from a first-person perspective. Now, the first-person perspective simply means looking from your own eyes, like you are looking right now. You cannot see your face, but you can notice your hands and other parts of your body. This is your first-person perspective. You have to imagine from this place only. Now, the second point that people often miss is that they become an onlooker in their imaginal scene. They are just watching it happen like a person who watches a movie. This is a mistake that the majority of people make. Instead, they have to become a part-taker in their imaginal act. Now, what do I mean by becoming a part-taker? Well, let me give you an example. If your imaginary scene is to hug a specific person, then you have to first imagine this from a first-person perspective, and secondly, you have to take part in this act by hugging that person back. You have to imagine squeezing them in your arms. You have to feel that sensation. You have to touch their back. You have to listen to what your specific person is saying, and you have to respond to them. In short, you have to take some sort of action. Congratulations! You have covered the two most important aspects of manifesting a specific person. Now, I am presenting to you the third most important aspect that almost 99% of people either ignore or take lightly when manifesting their specific person. This holds immense value, and I believe this is one of the most important aspects that will get you everything that you want. So, this one thing is building a better self-concept. You heard this one right. You have heard it in my videos and other channels' videos as well. You know that self-concepts help you to manifest your desires. You know that it is extremely important to have a better self-concept. Yet, the majority of you give it very little importance, and many of you neglect it. You will be shocked to know that there is more than 50% role of self-concept in manifestation. It holds utmost value. If someone is struggling with manifesting their specific person, then it is evident that they have a poor self-concept. 9 out of 10 people who are struggling to manifest their specific person think that they are not worthy and deserving. They believe that they are worthless and that they are unattractive. They have identified themselves with the false ideas that lower their self-esteem and make them appear to be a person of low value. But there is a catch, and that is you can choose the concepts that you hold true about yourself. Even Neville said, "You are free to choose the concept you will accept of yourself." Therefore, you possess the power of intervention, the power that enables you to alter the course of your future. The process of rising from your present concept to a higher concept of yourself is the means of all true progress. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience. Yet, people don't spend some time changing the concepts that were limiting them. If you have tried many things and it didn't work, then I advise you to have a look at the concepts that you hold true about yourself. Self-concept is the missing piece that you are now aware of. Personally, the major focus has to be on your self-concept, and the rest has to be on your specific person. Now, if you want to manifest a call from a specific person, then I have good news for you. I have created a guided meditation that has given people immense results. People have shared their results in the comments sections. You can find this video by clicking on the first video that appears on the screen.